Hi, second grade. It's a new week, a new story. We've got new vocabulary words, and I've got a hat for you to look at. Here's my thinking cap for the week. This is my dude hat from, can you name that movie? Finding Nemo. Love the turtle, so when I went to Disney World, I had to get me a dude hat. We're going to work on vocabulary. There we go. Our first word is examined. The hiker examined the tree and saw claw marks left by bears. Can you see claw marks left by bears? Ooh, they're very, very large compared to our hands. Let's take a look at the back. What does examined mean? Examine means look at closely and carefully. All right? So when we look at something closely or carefully, can you think of somewhere that you've done this? That you've looked at something carefully and closely? What did you use? Take a look what they have here. They use magnifying glass, binoculars, a telescope. I can think of a place where you would use that a lot. Big shout out to Miss Herbert. Science. You're going to use a lot of that in science class. You're going to examine things. Take a look at these beginnings and endings. I examined the leaves. The doctor examined. The pitcher examined. The grocer examined. Let's see if we can match them up. The ball before throwing it, the apples for bruises, an interesting plant, or my sore foot. Ooh. I examined the leaves. I examined the leaves of an interesting plant. This one and this one go together. The doctor examined. Keyword here, doctor. Doctor examined. What does a doctor examine? Yeah. I suppose if you have, oh, look at Miss W put the wrong one. Move down. Here we go. There we go. My sore foot. My sore foot from the doctor. The pitcher examined. What's a pitcher? Could be two different things. I think you got it. The ball, before throwing it, he throws the ball. The grocer, what does a grocer do? He works at the grocery store. What did he examined? The apples for bruises. Have you guys ever looked at apples to make sure that they're not all bruised up and all kinds of kind of squishy before you buy them? I look at them all the time. There we go. That's our first word. Our next word is peak. This goat lives near the peak or top of a mountain. It likes high rocky cliffs. What does peak mean? A peak is the pointed top of something. In this case, we're talking about the pointed top of a mountain. That's where the mountain goat lives, right? Let's take a look down here at the little activity they have for us. We have an item. Can it have a peak? Let's think about this. A mountain. Does it have a tippity top of a mountain? Have you ever hiked to the peak of a mountain? Yes, it can. I'm going to write off to the side there. A bicycle. A bicycle. Does it have a point or a top of it? No. Bicycle doesn't have a peak. What about a hill? Now, a hill may not be quite so pointy, but does it have a top? It does. The peak of the hill, it's the very top of it, right? There we go. A tree. Can a tree have a peak? Think about it. It grows up and it has a big top on it. If there's a bird sitting on the peak of the tree, I'm going to say yes. A ball. It's round. Does it have a peak? Does it have a pointed top? Does a ball have a top? No. A ball cannot have a peak. Next word. Ooh, this one's good. Fondly. Wolf mothers treat their pups fondly. They are always kind and gentle. Look at that. Isn't it cute? I think we all like baby animals. Fondly means in a loving or caring way. Loving or caring way. Who are the people in your life about whom you think of fondly? Why? Is there somebody sitting near you or in the same room while you're watching this video that you think of fondly? I hope so. Here's our next word. Steep. This mountain is steep. It reaches straight up into the skies. I see the peak. Do you see the peak? But it's very steep. Is that steep? Is this steep? Steep means having a sharp slope. Very steep. Let's talk this over. I like this activity right down here. We're going to sort these words that are in the box into two groups. Things that can be steep and things that cannot be steep. Okay? And then we can write them down. So if you have a piece of paper or a whiteboard that you like to write on, now's the time. You can pause and go grab it. What about stairs? Can stairs be steep? Do stairs go like this? Or do stairs go like that? It is steep. I'm going to write steep over here. And I'm going to write stairs. Stairs are steep. What about a wall? Can a wall be steep? Oh, if it goes straight up, a wall is pretty steep. Think about if you were an ant. If you're an ant and you're going up the wall, is that wall steep? I'm going to say yes. What about a map? A map is something that we unfold and we lay it down. Is a map steep? No. What about keys? Like your house keys. Can keys be steep? Or are they flat? They're flat. What about the next one right here? Trail. Can a trail be steep? Have you ever been hiking on a hiking trail? They absolutely can be steep. Yeah, they hurt your legs. Gives you a workout. Think about a coin. The next word is coin. Can a coin be steep? It's a round circle. We hold on to it. Is it steep? No. Next one, slide. Ooh, you're going to the park and you have a slide that is down here. And you have the big kid slide is up here and it's steep. We like those. Because then you end up sliding a lot faster down that sucker, don't you? Oh, a parrot. Can a parrot be steep? Well, that just doesn't make sense, does it? What about an escalator? Do you know what an escalator is? You ever go to the mall and it has that moving stairs? Can those be steep? They can, depending on how they build it. An escalator can be steep. What about a puppet? What would Mr. Schaefer say? Can a puppet be steep? I don't think so. What about a driveway? Have you ever been to somebody's house and they live really far back from their driveway? Or maybe they live on a hill, so their driveway goes just like that. A driveway can be steep. What about a pyramid? Well, number one, what does a pyramid look like? All right. You have a pyramid just like this. Let's put him on the ground here. If we have a pyramid and you were going to try to climb it, do you think that would be steep? I think so. I think it has steep edges. Do you see how steep those lines are? If it was the ground, it'd be just like that. Not so steep. Let's move on to the next one. This is our fifth one. We're almost done here. Rugged. Riders on rugged trails go slowly to avoid bumps, rocks, and holes. What does rugged mean? Rugged means rough and uneven. Have you ever ridden your bicycle on a dirt path? Was it rugged? Probably was. Let's take a look at this one right here. On a sheet of paper, write the words that have something to do with rugged. Talk about your answers with a partner. Now you can just shout it out loud, or you can tell your favorite stuffy, right? Something to do with rugged. Rough. Does rough have to do with rugged? Yes, it does. It is rough. It's in our definition, rough and uneven. What about smooth? Oh my goodness. If something is rough, is it smooth? This would be an antonym. This is the opposite. So no way, Jose. Smooth is not rough. Slippery. If something is slippery, is it rough? No way, Jose. What about rocky? Does rocky go with rough? It does. It is rough. What about flat? If something is flat, is it rugged? Not really, right? What about difficult? Difficult. If it is rough and uneven, is it difficult? Something's rugged, it could be difficult. I'm going to say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Dangerous. Do we think something rugged could be dangerous? Absolutely. I think so too. Dangerous, it could be. What about boulders? What's a boulder? We have little rocks. We have itty bitty pebbles. We can have bigger rocks. And then we've got boulders. So, is a boulder, could that go with rugged? I think so. If I'm riding my bicycle, especially in Colorado, I could see lots of big boulders on the mountain, couldn't I? What about clear? If something is clear, does that mean rugged? I don't think so. Let's move on. I think we're good with rugged. The next one is mist. Most animals enjoy a gentle mist, but look for shelter in pouring rain. Oh, looky there. We see some sheep out there grazing. Do you see the mist out there? Have you ever walked outside in a light mist? I hope so. It's kind of fun. A mist is a fine spray. I would go out in a mist. We like to play in mist when it's misting outside. But if it's a monsoon, oh, good golly, no way, Jose. Stay in the house. It's too dangerous. Oh, read the weather words in the box. Decide the order of words from most pleasant to the stormiest. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. This is something that we're going to discuss it. This, guys, right here, which one is the least? Okay, so we have showers, sunshine, mist, fog, downpour, and clouds. I'm going to say sunshine because there's no mist when it's all sunshine out. What about, let's see, maybe clouds could be next. And then which one should we put next? If we're talking about shades of meaning, we're going to start with sunshine. Maybe we get some clouds. Then we would get maybe fog, because it's not quite raining or anything when it's fog. You just can't see very well. After fog, we're going to get a mist. And then after mist, what do we have left? We have downpour and showers. Showers would be next in our shades of meaning. We have some showers, a little bit of rain, but I bet some of you try to go outside during this and play. We get a downpour. Oh my goodness, lots and lots of water comes down. Gives you some good puddles to splash in. Here's our next one. Pausing. The buffalo in this stream is pausing or stopping briefly to drink. Look at that buffalo. Have you guys ever seen a buffalo? I have. They're huge. They're beautiful creatures. Pausing means stopping briefly. Just to stop briefly. Let's talk about this part right here. Which words have similar meanings to the word pausing? Similar meaning, synonym. A synonym. We're thinking for synonyms for pausing. We're going to expand our vocabulary. Pausing. Running. Is that a synonym? No. What about moving and pausing? Is that a synonym? No. What about waiting and pausing? Yes. If I wait, I'm pausing. What about stopping? If I'm stopping, am I pausing? Yes. What about continuing? Is that the same as pausing? If we continue? No. Resting. If I'm resting, am I pausing? Yes. Hesitating. If you hesitate, like Miss W just did, are you pausing? Do you need a minute to think? Yes. Hesitating is a great synonym for pausing. There we go. Let's move on to the next one. This is our last one. Pleaded. This hungry eaglet pleaded with or begged its mother for food. Oh, look, it's not a bald eagle again. Look, just a little bit of white feathers on the top of his little head. Beautiful. Pleaded. Pleaded means made an urgent request. You're asking something. It's a request. You're asking someone of something. For something. Here we go. On a sheet of paper, it says write the phrases and show someone who pleaded. We can just pick them out. We don't have to write them out. What the person said. Here's what they said. I'm begging you to help me. Are they pleading for you? Did they plead? I'm begging you to help me. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, they did. They're begging. Please don't make me go. Are you pleading? See if you can say it in a pleading way. Please don't make me go. Ding, ding, ding. It's a plead. Yeah. What time is it? Are you pleading? Or are you just asking? What time is it? We don't need to plead to ask somebody what time it is. We just have to get a puppy, Mom. Are you pleading? How would you say this? You try. We just have to get a puppy, Mom. That's what my daughter sounds like. We have to. I want a puppy. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. That's pleading. I have too many chores. Are you pleading? I have too many chores. Are you asking anything of anyone? No. That's called complaining. It's not pleading. Those are our vocabulary words for this story. I'll see you next time.